everyone, hope you're doing really well. Do you remember when they were trying to go after Michael Jackson and frame him and suggest that he was a paedophile when they didn't really have a lot of evidence, and even the young men like Carter, is it Aaron Carter and Macaulay Culkin, didn't say that they'd ever found any evidence of him being a paedophile, and said all he did was try and look after them and protect them against the real paedophiles, the white billionaire paedophiles who were running a network. Well, do you remember when all that was going on? And do you remember when the mainstream media had coined the phrase wacko jacko? Are you aware of that origin of that phrase? It's not the wacko part, it's the jacko. You see, jacko, and I think they knew this, and I think even the mainstream media were aware of this, but they still were prepared to be as racial and complete racist. After all, these white billionaire paedophile enablers probably own their channels. So they labelled Michael Jackson wacko jacko. So I've looked at the origin of a kid's toy that was made in the 50s and 60s by well-known outlets in the UK. And there was one such toy which happens to be in the form of a monkey, and it is called Jacko the Monkey. So I think that the mainstream media, and I'm talking about the BBC, ITV, and all the mainstream media of that time, were using that phrase because they were told to use it. Probably had some kind of instruction. Push the phrase wacko jacko. Keep saying it over and over again so that we can form a false narrative about Michael Jackson being unhinged, so that it plays into our narrative a bit better. Though now we can suggest that Michael Jackson isn't just, if he's unhinged, then certainly he could have done the things that we are going to try and frame him on. And yet, none of the kids, Carter and McCulkin, said he did anything. But the mainstream media never apologised, did they? They never offered up any apology that they should not have used that phrase, wacko jacko. It was a deliberate racist slur on Michael Jackson. And that's why you'll see a video of Michael Jackson saying to a reporter, "Don't call me that." Too right, Michael. You had every right to chastise that reporter. He should never have called you that, but he was under orders, wasn't he? Because all the media, all of it, is owned, isn't it, by that collective white billionaire group. And now it comes out more and more that most people do believe that Michael Jackson was terminated, mainly because he was trying to protect children. He was trying to protect children from going to the Epstein environment, being shipped over to their billionaire paedophiles, abusers, and possible killers, child killers. Yes, you can say that now because it will probably come out that a lot of these that are on that list who were enablers and who were abusers of children probably also went as far as to have children silenced permanently. And Michael Jackson, all he was doing was trying to stop Macaulay Culkin from being sent there. He was trying to stop all the children from being sent into these abuse environments. But the real paedophiles, those that want their network to continue, had to paint him as awful as they possibly could. They had to shift people's opinion about him. And that's why they were telling the BBC, ITV, and all the mainstream media reporters, keep pushing the narrative that Michael Jackson is wacko jacko. It's all wrong. And yet the BBC, ITV, and none of them have stepped forward and said they should never have used that phrase. Can you see the amount of hypocrisy that exists? Because I can. It's as clear as day what they were trying to do here. And even Michael Jackson's sister, who was under a lot of duress, made a statement and then since retracted it. So it looks as if the powers that be, the white billionaire enablers and child abusers, were even putting pressure on Michael Jackson's own family to say something that was a lie, because she retracted it. And it turns out that she was having a few problems with her husband at the time. So he was innocent all along. And with some of his songs, the Earth Song and They Don't Care About Us, he was just trying to open up people's eyes little by little. He knew that he just could not go directly against the establishment at that point, because he knew that that would be it. They'd get rid of him. And he even intimated that, didn't he, and said that they're trying to get rid of him. He knew that they were coming for him. And that's because he spoke up against all the child abuses that were taking place. What an evil world, people. But I want you to think really carefully now about whenever someone is deliberately slurred and they use a particular phrase, like a hook line, and in this case it was wacko jacko, and other people that they're trying to bring down, they'll use other phrases. That so, it sticks in your head. And so the last thing that you'll remember is, oh, that Michael Jackson, oh yeah, he's a bit of a weirdo, isn't he? He's wacko jacko. That's all done by design, by these evil enablers. And I can bet you any money that they're likely to be white billionaires who love to abuse children. I'm not saying it's primarily them, but I'm saying a large percentage will be them. White wealth. What did Chris Rock say? Chris Rock said it perfect. He said there's black wealth and then there's white wealth. And one greatly outweighs the other. And I'll let you decide which that one is. See ya.